Bet you guys want to hear something about the dinar, don't you? Bet you do. Do you want to hear something new about the dinar? Okay, let's do this. All right, guys. Hope everyone's doing well. Thank you for joining. As you guys know, when the rate does change, I will be opening up a bank in an unknown location at this time in Texas to help you exchange your currency. Okay. It, it may take, 3 months to set the bank up afterwards, but guys, keep in mind, the rate's going to do nothing but keep going. So, I mean, hey, it's up to you if you want to rush to exchange it. I'm not. Okay. I will not be rushing to exchange my currency. I'm just gonna take my sweet time. There's no reason to rush this. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. I will be opening many different businesses to partner with you guys. Mergers and acquisitions, real estate investments, real estate lending. We'll have a data center. Okay. Our data center is going to do a lot with cryptocurrency. Okay. We'll in our data center, some of the things we will have are miners. Miners are computers that process cryptocurrency transactions, and you guys can own your own miners. And they every time you process a transaction, the computer keeps a percentage of every transaction. That's what miners do. And miners are specific to crypto, so you could use Bitcoin as an example. You could have a Bitcoin miner. Every time it processes a Bitcoin transaction, it keeps a percentage. So at that point, you're getting paid in Bitcoin. So we're going to have that, and we're also going to have we're going to work with a gentleman that I had a chance to meet here and out of where I live, out of Arizona. That he's a web developer, but he also knows blockchain code writers, okay, or blockchain developers. And we're going to draft our own program that uses an AI to auto trade our cryptos for us 24/7 in the background. It'll be ours. We own it. We're not going to sell it, and it won't be available to the public. Okay, it's ours. So, anyway, guys, got a lot planned. Got a lot going on, and my goal right now and my thoughts are to partner with you guys. I'm looking right now. My focus has already moved past the rate change. Okay, so I'm gonna do all that to work with you guys. So, all right, let's get started on this, guys. So, basically, guys, I've struck another home run with you. I've one thing that my long timers will remember that I've said with you is every time we get close to a potential time period where the rate was where we thought the rate might be changing, we've always seen articles talking about a large basket of suspended laws. Some of the laws that were in there were the federal court law, Article 140, HCL, so forth. Okay? All these laws, these basket of suspended laws, guys, are simply just waiting on the rate change. That's why these laws, they just keep kicking this basket down the road because these laws are all waiting on the rate change. So when you see these laws come up, tell yourself you're close to the rate change, guys. Well, they actually approved a portion of one of the laws today, guys, and it was huge. Okay, so this is actually a really important video. So pay close attention. Let's get started, guys. I've got quite a bit of material in here, so pay close attention. Stay with me through the whole video, and because I went out of my way to get some very old data in this to give you a really good understanding of what these laws mean. Okay, so you don't just hear it, because one of the laws is a federal court law. If I didn't research this for you to bring forth data to help you understand what the law is, you wouldn't understand it. This law is very difficult to research. Okay. All right. So here's the first one. It's I can tell you three of the laws right now that are suspended laws waiting on the rate change. Article 140, that's money that'll be given back to the Kurdistan region from what Saddam Hussein did to them. Okay. Next one is oil and gas, which is oil profit sharing. Those will be per the Constitution, the citizens do own a percentage of the oil, and once the rate changes and the currency is internationally recognized, the citizens they'll be receiving oil profit sharing checks. Okay, and then that's the oil and gas law, or the HCL, two different names, same thing. Then the other one, guys, is the federal court law, and they actually passed a portion of it today, guys, and that is huge because I've got some historical data to show you how important this law is. Okay, So you can see this law has been waiting a long time. So now, guys, the three laws we've talked about, which are the Article 140, the HCL, and the federal court law, they've all been drafted or were drafted going clear back to 2005. Okay, I don't have any data right now on Article 140 because they're not talking about it. I only brought you data on what they're talking about right now. So right now they're talking about the oil and gas law. You can see that on the top article. They haven't done anything with this at this time, but they're about to. Okay, so the oil and gas law again was drafted and added to the 2005 Constitution, along with the federal court law, along with the Article 140. Let's get into this. Okay, so the title of this article: present the budget to a vote soon, and we will proceed with legislation of the oil and gas law. So what they're telling you here is that the budget has to come first before the oil and gas law. And guys, the reason, because there's funds allocated. The 21 budget is opposed. They're right here. They're admitting to you. Hear me carefully on this. That the 21 budget is a post-rate change budget. Here's one of the from many angles, but here's the angle they're sharing with you or telling you on this. They're telling you that the 21 budget will basically have monies in it allocated to be dispersed to the citizens of Iraq. That's why they're telling you here that the oil and gas, that the budget to a vote soon, or budget to a vote before the oil and gas law. So let's reread the title. It says, present the budget to a vote soon, and we will proceed with legislation of the oil and gas law. They're telling you the budget has to come first, then they can complete the oil and gas law, because the 21 budget is going to have monies in it allocated for checks to be dispersed or payments to the citizens for the profit sharing of oil. Okay? I hope you guys heard that. That is huge. All of this is huge. Okay, we're not going to read every article, guys. We're just going to look at the highlights that I brought forth here in this article. Parliament's keenness to proceed with the laws that were suspended in previous sessions, most notably the federal Supreme Court law, which was suspended throughout previous sessions. All right, so with the federal Supreme Court law, guys, they did approve a portion of it. We'll get into that in a little bit. Next Monday has been set for the date voting on the rest of the articles of the federal court law, stressing that the draft law will be in the coming days with the council's agenda to vote on it. There are a number of stalled laws that the council will proceed to legislate, such as the oil and gas law, which is one law stipulated in the Constitution. But as you guys see, it's that the oil and gas law, all these laws, again, guys, have been pending since the 2005 Constitution, okay? So now I got you some old historical data on the oil and gas law, guys. This is called the legal dimensions of the oil and gas in Iraq. Look at the green highlight, Iraq oil and gas law, from relevant provisions of the Iraqi Constitution of 2005. So there you go. Oil and gas law was originated in the 2005 Constitution. That's where it started. So it's been pending, outstanding, and ready to bring forth since the 2005 Constitution, but it requires their currency to be internationally recognized to implement the oil and gas law. That's what it's simply waiting on. So to legislate measures compromising the oil and gas law, framework law, the revenue sharing law. So there you go. It's an oil revenue sharing law. But the main part is, guys, I wanted to show you how the oil and gas law has been outstanding and been ready to go since the 2005 Constitution. That's huge. And they're preparing to bring it forth, but they just told you that the first article, based on the title, I'll even scroll back up to re-show you the title. The title's showing you have to, this is where I come in, guys, because most people can't break this down and dissect it at the level I do. So that's where I come in to help you. Present the budget to a vote soon. And then they're telling you after they do the budget, they will proceed with legislation on the oil and gas law. That's because the 21 budget is the starting point. It's the foundation required for the oil and gas law. Once that budget's done, that puts the monies in place Okay, it has the monies in place, allocated and ready to start dispersing those funds to the citizens. Then once they amend the oil and gas law and add it to the Constitution, that's all that it's requiring, is to be amended and added to the Constitution. Then they can disperse the proceeds. So there you go. So guys, they're telling you right here the 21 budget is a post-rate change budget. Okay. All right, let's move on. We're moving on to the federal court law. The House of Representatives adjourns its session to Saturday. Forget about all that crap, guys. This is from today's session of Parliament. Let's look at the green highlights at the bottom. They approved 6 articles of the federal court law today that were voted on, and now they have 4 other articles remaining going forward. But guys, the federal court law is another law that's been in the Constitution, ready to bring forth since 2005, waiting on the Constitution. Now, I'm going to explain to you what the federal court law is, or at least they're telling you they still had 10 items or articles to approve. They're not telling us what those 10 articles are, so I can't give you what the explanation of every article, or I can't explain to you the 6 they approved as to what they do, guys. You guys ought to try researching Iraq's federal court law. It's very, very difficult to research, okay? I'm only able to find one part on it that I can bring forth to you, but to find all 10 parts or all portions of it is very, very difficult, okay? So here we go, guys. Here's an older article. Well, it's not that old, but it's actually from February 7th of 21, okay? And I highlighted a little portion here for you in the middle. It says, the federal court law, while indicating that the existence of a direction to amend Order 30 of 2005. So as you guys see, the federal court law has been, again, it was originated and been pending and outstanding since 2005, okay? So just wanted to show you that. It's been all these laws that have been suspended, they're all waiting on the rate change and international status of their currency. Now here's a minimal basic understanding of the federal court law. Okay, again, this law is very difficult to research and study. There's almost no information out there. So here's a basic understanding of it. It says the most prominent difference is to grant religious jurists in the federal Supreme Court the right of veto over laws related to religion that depends on the clear constitutional text that prohibits the enactment of any law that contradicts. So what they're saying here is that they're considering allowing religious authorities, okay, to jump in on the judicial system and in a way make legal decisions from a religious perspective instead of like a law or like an attorney perspective with somebody with a law legal background. Okay, so this is a very sticky item for Iraq. This is a very difficult item for them to be working on, because again, it's allowing religious authorities to come in and make legal decisions, okay, over legal matters and legal issues in Iraq, instead of having the judicial system do it, or somebody who's was a former attorney or a judge, somebody who is educated in law, okay, kind of like our judicial system, how most judges are and were attorneys and that kind of thing. They're trained and educated in law. So this gets sticky because now you have should a legal matter be decided by a religious authority cleric, or should it be decided on through just the regular legal judicial system? So anyway, guys, that's the most amount of research that I can bring forth on this for you. It's a very difficult matter to research. There's not a lot of data out there on it. So anyway, guys, but the fact that as you see this is the most important part now. These two items, including, like I said, even Article 140, they've all been pending since 2005. Now, I can't really tell you why the federal court law is waiting on the rate change because it really has nothing to do with it. Okay, what it looks as if Iraq's doing, though it looks Iraq regarding going international, it looks like Iraq is trying to amend and improve their constitution, kind of going forward with the international status. That would be just my best guess as to how the federal court law really fits into this. Because again, the federal court law doesn't have anything to do with Iraq's currency or the rate change in that matter in any way. Okay, so it just looks as though Iraq is trying to, in a way, better and legalize and improve, make better improvements to their constitution going forward into an international status is what it appears. So anyway, guys, there's some of the latest stuff for you guys. But what you're seeing here, this is huge because I've shown you that this federal court law has just been pending and outstanding since 2005. In fact, let me show you just one more little tidbit, guys. Here is. Hold on, that's not what I wanted to show you. Hold on one second. Hold on one second here. I'm gonna do something here. Give me one moment here to do what I'm doing. Hold on. I'm going to show you something here to kind of how much the what do you call it? I want to show you how long the actual, if I'm able to, give me one moment. I may not be able to. Hold on. Yeah, I guess I'm not able to. So anyway, guys, there's everything I had for you. Good stuff. Everything's been outstanding for a long time. If any of you guys want to contact me, my phone number and email are down in the bottom left corner. Again, one of the big things I'm going to get into is real estate investments, real estate lending, that kind of stuff. That's going to be big business for us, guys, after the rate change. So anyway, guys, there you go. God bless you guys and have a great day. Take care.